Hey guys, JMO here. We're going to be doing part 14. We're going to bust this one up pretty quick because we're starting to move a little faster. These are getting more complicated, but the more you build your skills and the more you practice, the faster this should go. So with that in mind, we're going to talk about an offset cut today. We're going to put another tool in the belt, and we're going to talk about why you might not use it in a part like this. So normally we would do a sketch from this profile, mid-plane extrude it, and then we'd sketch on the front plane and mid-plane extrude that cutout here, right, to make that little slot. But there's another way to do that, and that's what we're going to talk about today. And we're going to talk about why or why not you would do that. So new part. Got the correct dimension measurements in. Got A equal to 50, B equal to 30. C equal to 10. Okay, let's sketch on that front plane because we're going to do it. We're going to start the same way we normally would. We're going to get that outer profile. This was equal to A. This was 10. This came down at like an angle of some sort. Came here, and then this I believe was equal to B. Yeah. Now we can get this angle in here. Pretty sure it's 40. And then we know, oh, I see what's happening here. Sorry about that, guys. It's coincident that. Now everything's good. Okay, let's extrude that. It's equal to 30. Okay, now for the main reason for this video, talking about why or why not you would make this sort of different cut. So again, we could cut on the front plane, and we could make that profile and then mid-extrude it. But what if we did, what if we just sketched on this profile, right? And I believe this is 5. This comes down here, here, and here. Yeah, I believe that's it. This is 5. Oh, that's not right. Let's come this way. Because that'll allow that. Let's double check something. For some reason, yeah, I think there's a little shelf here. And that's a distance of 5 too. So I'm drawing that profile wrong. Now it comes to here. Looks like a little tie. Yeah, okay. So we could extrude cut this. And you see how it's cutting through the whole thing from the sketch plane surface? Let's do an offset from that sketch plane surface. Let's make it a value of 10 like shown in the drawing. Let's make this equal to C. And now we see we have that profile being cut out offset from the sketch plane. So you can do that. But let's think about this. If I go and I change C, can you imagine what's going to happen? The offset's not going to change. It's going to cut deeper into the part. And this could be for a lot of reasons. Say this was the way the part was supposed to sit and you needed this thicker material here for the weight of whatever to sit on it. Or maybe the drawer slot needed to be changed. You could do some things to, to manage that, like changing that distance from the offset to C, but that's not in the drawing. So that's not what the engineer wanted. So do it like they did, and that's why for this one I think doing the offset makes sense because it shows 10 here and C, but maybe they're just doing chain dimensioning. 10 C is 10, and then this has to be 10 from the 30. So a lot of different ways to do it. I would do it whatever makes sense to you and what's in the drawing. We're going to go in and edit this feature, and we're going to do it from the front plane. Change that to front plane. But now we need to edit our mid plane, and that already knows it's equal to C. All right. We have our feature, a couple different ways to make it, like we've talked about before. No real right or wrongs unless you're doing things that are off script in terms of what's on the drawing. All right, let's put those two little bolt platforms down. I think there was like a 10 there, and then I want to say, let's do this. That makes that relation easy. Then we can trim this away. And then we can close this off. And then I think the best way to dimension all that would just be to finish this corner here. And then ensure we have a radius on our dome. Perfect. Let's double check that that's all correct though. No, because this radius is 10. So the distance at that one piece needs to be 20. So let's erase this, erase that. Let's put this as 20. There we go. And now that should be just as easy as dimensioning that to radius 10. I think we're good. That would finish it. Perfect. Okay. Let's extrude that up. The 5 it wants to be extruded up. I think it's blind. Yeah, blind's 5. Blind of 5, not 56, guys. Okay. And we've talked about this before. We can make a hole in the sketch and it will extrude with the hole missing. But let's also talk about something new here. We haven't done this one yet. We've mirrored things before. We've mirrored features, but we haven't mirrored multiple features. So let's try that out. This is a feature that's an extruded cut through here. So we have the feature that's the extruded buffs. We have the feature that's the extruded cut. We can mirror both of those features. Planes to mirror across the front plane, of course. It already picked up that last one. Let's include the other one. And that's basically the part. We just have those fillets left. Let's hit those last few edges. I think it was times 6 at 5. Maybe less than that. Let's let that ride. Yep, because that doesn't look right. That's too much. Let's see what those fillets were. Times 6 are 2. We can edit that real fast. Okay. Yeah, we did this part quick. It's simple. It's not too hard. We talked about cut extrude from an offset surface. We talked about mirroring multiple features. We did some quick fillets there. Cool part. Let's add that material. I don't recall what it was. So actually, let's close this. Zinc alloy as a cast. I like that. Let's go zinc alloy as cast. Awesome. All right, so what we're going to do, as always, we'll cover the best practices here at the end. Maybe we should start at the beginning one of these days. I don't know. We'll keep it fresh for you guys. That way you guys know what to do. But yeah, pause the video at the drawing. See if you guys can build it. If you can, cool. Double check those mass properties in the description to confirm. Then go and make whatever changes as requested in the video or in the description. I'll probably try to put them in both places. I think for this one, we'll change A to be 75 and B to be 50. Yeah, we'll just take them both up a step. So A 75, B 50. We'll put both those mass properties in, and then you guys can make those edits and see if you're successful. All right, I think that's it for this video. Appreciate it, guys. Check out the next one, part 15. It's going to be the last of the intermediate parts. So that's fun and new. All right, thanks, guys. We'll see you then.